I mean, is this an issue of just so much demand like we've never seen before, and then the inability to undo the imbalances that were set up a couple of years ago?
Well, it's an amalgamation of many things. The first thing is when COVID came, no one expected e-commerce to explode like it did. At the same time, it's not a supply issue because we can get all the product we want. As a matter of fact, our open order position with customers is the highest it's ever been. But the problem is I have plenty of supply, I got plenty of demand, but I have a bottleneck in the middle that I'm not able to get through fast enough. And, you know, as an example, we used to get shipments every week. We would put stuff on a boat. It would be here in 2 weeks. It would take us a week to clear and get it to our facility in Riverside, California, and we'd be able to ship right away. Today, it takes 2-3 weeks to just get space. Then the vessels are traveling slower. They're taking 3 weeks instead of 2 to come across. Then they sit at anchor before they can come in. An example being Maersk just sent out a notice that any vessel they have anchored off the coast, it will be 21 days before they berth. Then once it berths, it's another 21 days till it gets out of customs and you can get it off the pier. I mean, it's gone from a month of transit to 3 months of transit.
I mean, your company is a fourth-generation company. It's 75 years old that it's been doing this. And I guess my question is it still profitable? How do you operate around that? And what's the solution? Is this a way of business that you can continue to do?
We've been operating around it because this didn't just start this past fall. I mean, this really started, I would tell you, the summer of 2019. But the way we get around it is fairly simple. One, we try and pass on as much of the increased cost as we can. Two, we have retail partners who understand the problem, as exemplified by Walmart and Costco chartering their own vessels, so they understand what's going on. And then the third thing is we try and sell as much as we used to be about 25% FOB source in Asia and 75% FOB our facility in Riverside. Now we're about 50-50 because we went to some of the retail partners and said, look, you guys may be better at this than us. Maybe you can move it faster, which was the case with Costco and Walmart in chartering their own vessels.
Very quickly, you said this started in the summer of 2019. That predates COVID. What started causing it before the pandemic?
Well, there were, you know, a lot of this is what I would call anecdotal. For example, in 2018, we were paying $1,500 a box. In May of 2019, they jumped it up to $2,250 a box. Then throughout the fall of 2019, we would book space on vessels, and we're a 52-week-a-year shipper. We ship, you know, 1,000 trailers a year. All of a sudden, they were getting rolled. We would get the booking, we'd get the container, we'd go to bring it back to the port, and they'd go, oh, there's no room on this boat, even though we told you there would be. It may be next week or the week after or the week after that. Then COVID came, and the next thing you knew, the cost of a container for us went to $3,000, $3,500, and the spot rate went to $5,000 or $6,000. Today, the spot rate is $25,000, which is obscene. No one can pay that.